In 1901, a group of Greek sponge divers, sheltering from a storm, stumbled onto an ancient shipwreck at the bottom of the Aegean Sea. Inside were bronze statues, gold jewelry, and coins, more than 2,000 years old. But the most important object they raised looked like nothing at all. A corroded shoebox-sized lump of bronze. It sat in a museum drawer, ignored, for half a century. When scientists finally looked inside, they found something that should not exist. A 2,000-year-old computer. The ship had gone down around 60 BC, loaded with Greek treasures. For the archaeologists, the statues and the gold were the prize. The strange bronze lump was an afterthought, cracked into pieces, its surface a green ruin of corrosion. But hidden in that corrosion were tiny gear teeth, cut with impossible precision. This was not decoration, and it was not jewelry. It was a machine. What the divers had found is now called the antikythera-mechanism, and it is the most sophisticated object to survive from the ancient world. Behind its dials sat a system of at least 30 interlocking bronze gears, every tooth cut by hand. You turned a crank on the side, and the whole known cosmos moved. It was, in the most literal sense, an analog computer, built over a century before the Roman Empire even began. Turn that crank, and pointers swept across the front dial, showing the position of the sun and the moon against the stars of the zodiac. A small rotating ball showed the phase of the moon, black on one side, silver on the other, and it followed the wandering paths of the 5 planets the ancients knew: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. An entire model of the heavens, in a box you could hold in 2 hands. But the real genius was on the back. There, a spiral dial predicted eclipses of the sun and the moon decades into the future. And to do it accurately, the builders had solved a problem that stumped astronomers for centuries. The moon does not move at a constant speed. So they built a pair of gears mounted slightly off-center with a pin sliding in a slot that sped the moon up and slowed it down exactly as it does in the sky. The most advanced astronomy of the age turned into bronze and gears. And then there is the detail that makes it feel human. One of the dials did not track the stars at all. It counted down the 4-year cycle of the ancient games, including the Olympics. Someone decided that a machine built to model the universe should also tell you when the next Olympics would be held. It was a calendar, an observatory, and a sports almanac, all in one. For most of the last century, none of this could be seen. The mechanism was a fused, corroded block, and studying it meant guessing. Then researchers placed it under powerful X-ray scanners and peeled it apart, layer by layer, without ever touching it. The scans revealed the hidden gear trains and thousands of tiny letters, an instruction manual sealed inside the bronze for 2,000 years. Here is the part that is hard to sit with. Nothing this complex appears again, anywhere in the world, for more than 1,000 years. Not until the great astronomical clocks of medieval Europe. The knowledge to build it did not slowly fade and improve. It simply vanished. The Antikythera mechanism is proof that progress is not a straight line and not a promise. A civilization can reach breathtaking heights and then forget how it ever got there. If this kind of story stays with you, that is what this channel is for. The small moments that quietly reveal how the world really works. Subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.